long ago, certain place, certain time. You touch my hand on the way down to Emmeline. But if our paths never cross, well, you know I'm sorry, boy. If I live to see the seven wonders, I'll make a prayer to the rainbow's end. I'll never live to match the beauty again.
Good day, people. Welcome to the Conference Call America, the It's Good to Know edition. Things that are good to know, you know? You ever have that statement? You've said that statement before? It's good to know? Well, there are some things that are good to know. One, that consciousness creates experience. You know, your experience is being dictated. Settle down back there, boys. Settle down. Settle down. That's what you call random laughter. Consciousness creates experience. How good to freaking know, you know? That your consciousness, what is this consciousness? You ever hear about it? You hear about it out in the world, people talk about consciousness. Well, consciousness is your focus, what you're paying attention to. Remember, we've been talking about on the calls how your reality is created? Well, the bottom line of the whole thing is that your consciousness creates your experience, your focus. You know how the video game works, right? You focus, you have the power that creates worlds flowing through you, and that power's in your focus, and you get your attention on something. That's how you create it. That's how the creation process works. You get your attention on it, and your focus on that thing, the energy flows through you, through your focus, onto that thing, and it grows in your experience. That's why it's so important to release these fears about money, and release I can't do it, and release nervousness that it might not happen. You know, one of the things to release is go ahead that the creator didn't put a warning system in. We think that we're being warned that something's bad's gonna happen. Like that's some plus. You're gonna be continually warned that, oh my God, something bad could happen. Instead of entertaining that thought and seeing what could happen, we must release that, you know, let it go. That's good to know. That you don't have to listen to that anymore. That you're shut down the warning system. For years of my life, I lived by the warning system. The mind would come up and warn me of things, and I'd be like, wow, it's pretty smart, and I had to listen to it. I had to listen to its warnings on things because I didn't know something very important. And what is it? Something that's good to know. Well, what is it? Well, that consciousness creates its experience. And that when you're worried that something's going to happen, and when you're worried that things might go down in a certain manner, well, then they're going to, based upon universal law. But what we're doing now, masters, we're understanding that, we're laughing at it, and it's really good to know that you can clean it up. Remember, when your life isn't where you'd like it to be quite yet, that isn't any biggie, no biggie. Have you heard this terminology? It's no biggie. Your life is where it is because it is an indicator of how you've been vibrating. That's all, nothing more. No more importance than that I've gotten it to here. You know, when you create something really great, maybe you're creating a band or you're writing a song or you're a sculptor, maybe you paint, you know, you ever see a painter and they get their canvas and they got all their nice paints and they got that little holding tray they hold. I always wanted to hold one of those and, you know, and get up to my canvas. After the first half hour of painting a masterpiece, it doesn't look good at all. It doesn't look like, but the painter has enough vision to say, I don't care what it looks like right now. It matters none to me what it looks like right now. This is just the base of it. Wait till you see it when I put the finishing touches on the biatch. Wait till you see that. That's right, I said it. Conference Call America, I said it, biatch. I'm trying to be more hip, you know, have the lingo of the people today. It's good to know the lingo of today. You know, the number one oxymoron in the entire video game, true religion. All right, after you get up from being down on that, we can get back to consciousness, creating our reality and how exciting we are and how the truth is that you're a painter and is your painting done? You know, ask yourself that. Is your painting done? Well, then why are you so upset with your painting? Become skilled at this, that you are a sculptor in mid-sculpt. You know, you're in mid-sculpt. You can't even tell what it really is yet. There's many people on the phone, you can tell what your sculpture is going to be. You can look back at your sculpture and people around it can say, I know what that's going to be. And then you look real sad at them and you say, yeah, but it's not yet. And then the people looking at you say, grow a set and let's get on with it. Get on with what? What we have to do is understand that is totally average, that you might be upset that your life isn't where you'd like it to be. But remember that your upset is where your focus is. And that means that you're going to have more of that. Remember, if you're focused on that you don't have it yet, and you're upset that you don't have it yet, and your painting's not done, the universe doesn't care what you choose. It gives you the freedom. You're so free, you can choose that. You can choose bondage in this MF, if you choose. So understanding this will help you decide that next time I'm upset about my current situations, I'm going to try something new, like let it go. And you can do this. Bit by bit, piece by piece, gently and gradually, let go of the resistant thoughts. Yep, you have it right. It's the number one. It's the only one, you know. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be a wild scene if you came on the call and said, listen, there's 10 reasons why you don't have what you choose. And it's going to take you a long time to master each one, so you better get busy. But that's not the case now, is it, Master? Many people on the phone right now know the only reason you don't have something that you choose, the only disallowing factor, the only... yeah, you know it, don't you? You can't wait for it to come out. You know it. You're bursting. You know it. Resistant thoughts. So way to go for knowing that. So now, remember, the releasing of resistant thoughts is a process. And you'll have the question that will come up, well, why am I not getting anywhere? Or I have been releasing, why isn't it getting easier? Well, because of that thought that you need to release right there. You know, that thought, that resistant thought you're having about why isn't it going fast enough? Or I am doing this and it's not working. Letting go is not working. How about that resistant thought? One of my favorites. Letting go isn't working. Now, let's believe that, or let's let that go. Can you imagine? The reason I'm unhappy is because I'm letting it go and it's not working. You know what the universe says to you? That's right, brother, you got it right. Remember, you are declaring that something doesn't work, the universe that makes it that way. You'll get manifestational support continually on what you think. So it's very important to be paying attention to what you're thinking, how you're thinking it, you know? And we're cleaning it up, and you're doing a good job. You're doing fine. It's coming so nice. You're reading the books, and you're doing what you have to do this. People are starting to exercise and raise their energy, you know. I can't stress enough the importance of raising your energy so that you can do this. Because to do this, you're going to have to feel good and have some energy, or you'll just be too tired to let it go. It'll be just too much, so you'll decide to keep it. That's the irony of the whole game. When you really could use let it go the most, you don't do it. But it's coming good, right? I see the people starting to raise. You know, the consciousness is raising. People are having what they choose more and more. Your job is to be patient as your sculptor. You're the painter. Your painting's coming nice. Relax about it. And come on, let's get the painting done before we put it in the art gallery and give it a good judgment. Let's wait until it's totally completed and you have it all buffed out. And sometimes we start a painting or a song or something and we throw it away and start new. But wherever you are is where you are. And it doesn't make sense to ever be tense about it. So that's what makes so much sense. Is that your consciousness is creating your experience. There's no question about it. And you know something that's really great? Group consciousness. Now there's a powerful tool for you. You want to create something? Get with some other people and create it. Where two or more are gathered, there am I. I'm sure you've heard of this. Where two or more are gathered, there's the power. Where two or more like minds come together with the same intent. You know, that's what's really great about the game is the law of attraction only allows people to come to you that have like intent. You always draw to you, in essence, who you are. People don't come to you uninvited, and they don't come to you for no reason. You draw them to you. Every person that ever comes to you, you're drawing to you through your consciousness. So that you can experience something, so you can see something. Usually so you can see yourself. And the irony is, when we see ourselves, we're mad at it and we point at it. You know, you hear it over and over. Well, she said this and she's such a bitch. The only reason you can see her bitch status and the only reason she comes at you bitchy like that is that's who you are. That's what you think in your mind, and that's what you created. Now, who's really the biatch here in the situation? Stop pointing the finger here, but it's average when you do point the finger. What do you think makes you a bitch? It's the pointing of the finger that makes you the bitch. If you pointed it back to yourself, say, listen, I'm just struggling a little bit, and I'm a little crabby, but I know it's me, then you're not a biatch anymore. record-setting amount of times being said here on Conference Call America. It's good to know. It's good to know when you're being that, right? And here's another thing that's going to start happening to you. Your consciousness is raising, so you're going to be able to see yourself great. Been talking about this for years. What do you say today? We get it. That because you can see yourself, now you might be in jeopardy of seeing the negative programs that you have and falling for them because you can see them so clearly. If you can see them that good, the next step will be to let them go. It's coming. They won't scare you forever. You won't forever have a negative thought and look at it. You'll know what to do. You practice. You become like a ninja. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. All of a sudden, here you go. You're walking down the street. Here comes a negative thought. It's too hot. I don't feel good. Bang. Let that go. I'm in my car now. Well, there's not going to be enough money later, and I'm nervous that they might not show up in time or I might be in trouble for something. Bang. Ninja style. Let that go. I mean, it comes one after another. You have to be quick. You have to be all over it. You have to raise your energy. You have to become hi. You got to start wearing high karate cologne. Like your dad did. High karate. Or maybe some Old Spice. There's these different colognes. Or electric shave. There's one of my favorites, Brute. Can't go wrong. You get yourself some Brute, man. You're ready to go out to the nightclub. You're ready to go bar hopping. You're ready to whatever. And I tell you what, anybody that nuzzles in close to you is going to come up and look you in the eye and maybe kiss you on the lips and make out with you with tongue and say, "You smell good." It's always funny, you smell good. People give you a big compliment. You smell good. And if you sat them down and gave them the schematics, well, I showered and I put on cologne. It's not quite as large and in charge. It's good to know, isn't it? It's good to know. Did you ever get these knockoff perfumes or knockoff in honor of or in the likeness of Giorgio? And you come into some other thing called, and it's $2 and the guy sell it in the parking lot. I always enjoy that. It smells just like it. Smell this. Oh, yeah. That does smell like Dracar Noir. I remember what that smells like. Ooh, this smells just like cool water. At the fraction of the cost? Are you kidding me? Is that what you're telling me? That you'll sell me Calvin Klein for men at 1/10 of the cost? Where do I sign up? And how do I get on a mailing list? See, these are the things that are good to know. On the Break It Down, Get Funky, Conference Call America. So before we adjourn, good people, I was thinking today when I was driving around the road, I was actually a passenger in a vehicle, and I was thinking about the statement that we talk about every day. It becomes like trick or treat. Trick or treat. Well, there's great love for you in the universe. There's great love for you. I was thinking about the magnitude of how there really is, I've been saying it so many times that it kind of hit me today that, Jesus, I think I'm loved. And I kind of felt good about it. My whole life I was nervous and scared and didn't think I was loved by anybody. But today, I found out that I was loved. Geez, that felt good. Then I'm now working on revered and cherished, seeing if I can get a grip on that, if I could possibly be cherished. But for now, I'm going to go with it. Hey, I'm at least liked. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think you're awesome. Keep on keeping on.